Ladies and gentlemen, in this Red Gaming Tentacom video, let's discuss the fact that Final Fantasy X and X-2 were all but confirmed to be receiving a HD remaster for the PlayStation 4. So, how we've got this information is that Square Enix's official French online store accidentally leaked, including, by the way, the box art of the title, that there would be a PS4 version of FF10 and X-2 remaster for the PS4. Basically, it popped up, including the release date, which supposedly is going to be some point in spring of 2015. The listing has since been pulled, but of course Screen Grabs and NeoGAF managed to grab it, and I'll link to NeoGAF so you can have a look at the box art and other bits and pieces if you so desire. Now, I have to say that I'm really not impressed by this, considering a couple of points. The first point is we've just seen this on the PS3. Now, as far as I understand, the PS3 version, I haven't played it personally because I just haven't had any desire to, I've not had the time. But as far as I understand it, it runs at 1080p, 30 frames per second, pretty much frame rate locked anyway. And of course there are improvements compared to the original PS2 release, but at the end of the day it's still using the PS2's engine. The same engine underlying in the game is pretty much the same. So yes, there are better textures and so on, but it doesn't look like a high-end PS3 game, and this certainly won't look, I imagine, like a high-end PS4 game. The second issue is that the game would have been out for less than a year on the PS3, and then you're getting pretty much an exact duplicate replica, well, we can assume, on the PS4, which this kind of thing to me is just like the epitome of double dipping. It's just not cool. Now, one argument you can use as defense is that, well, not everyone got to play it because people were giving up their PS3s or whatever for the next generation, and while I can definitely lend that to some people, a lot of people didn't. A lot of people kept their PS3s, and everyone that I know that ended up wanting to play Final Fantasy X, I've got a couple of people on Facebook who actually ended up buying it, and all of them kept their PS3s anyway. Now remember, this comes just a few days, this leak comes to us a few days after the official announcement of Final Fantasy VII for the PS4. Now, if you're like me and was watching that announcement, or you've seen the internet memes of that announcement, or the video of the announcement, or the 1 billion headlines of that announcement, you'll pretty much know the story, that when you were watching it, you were like, holy shit, they are actually going to be releasing, you know, like a remake, and it's going to look incredible, and blah blah blah. And I was even saying this, you know, a couple of days before that in the video. I said, I don't think they're going to release like Final Fantasy VII Remake. I thought it's just not going to happen. And I thought, and then when I was watching the initial few seconds of video, when like the logo came up, I thought, holy crap, I'm going to be eating so much humble pie. This is amazing. And then of course the PS1 graphics came on, and I was like, okay, there's still a hope. They might just be showing what it used to look like, and then, but no, it was just the PC port. Now, we all know the reason they don't want to do it is because of money, and they're scared to lose cash and all of that, but it just, to me, takes the piss a little bit. I mean, with the whole Final Fantasy VII thing, one of the things that confuses me is why, if they're so scared to remake the game, just make like an episodic sequel. So, you know, for example, we've had Advent Children in the same storyline continuum. We've had, you know, other games as well. Why, you know, like Crisis Core. Just release something episodic. That would be kind of cool, and just reuse one of your existing engines. That would be kind of nice. I'm sure people wouldn't really mind that for Final Fantasy VII. But anyway, tackling FF10 and X-2, I really don't like this. I don't actually normally mind remasters. Like, I thought Metro Last Light and 2033 Redux were really impressive on the PS4, Xbox One and PC. They did a really good job, 4A I mean. They did an incredible job. The game ran basically at locked 60 FPS on consoles, and at PC it had even more impressive graphics than the originals, which looked bloody brilliant even so. Have done a full graphics comparison on that. The Last of Us Remastered, despite the fact it doesn't run technically at locked 60 FPS, it looks pretty nice. And even GTA 5, There are some definitely problems with it, but it's pretty reasonable. And they definitely put the work in, for example, even the first person mode. But to me, this kind of sucks, to be totally honest. I realise that some people might like it, they might be cool with it, they're probably going to buy it, and that's the thing, I have a feeling the game will sell reasonably well. I don't necessarily know if it should sell really well after like this double dipping situation, but there you have it. What I'd personally prefer to see is, you know, leave it a couple of years, give it like 3 years, and then do a re-release, or leave it 2 years, then do a re-release, where you can make the argument that people have lost their PS4 3s, or the PS3s have blown up, or whatever, and they couldn't play the game anymore. Then cool. Maybe then I'd be a lot more forgiving about the situation. Or maybe I'm totally wrong, and maybe they actually are going to be doing more than the PS3 version. In other words, it won't just be 60 FPS at 1080p with slightly better textures and so on than the PS3. Maybe it will be considerably better than the PS3 version. We can hope. I personally doubt it will be, but if I am, then of course I will happily eat humble pie. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. See you soon. Take care. Bye for now.